good morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, I am going to be drawing the woman on the right hand side. She's the wife of the protagonist in the game that I'm creating. But yeah, so the very first thing I always do is I just try and get a silhouette. I tend to use like a blue background and then make the silhouette in red just so I can actually see the difference. But yeah, I just start sketching out a loose outline of the character. What I do, if I pause that for a second, if you see where the character's legs are, I always sort of do this sort of A shape with the legs, where the one leg is directly under the front of the body, as you can see with like the male character and the child character. The leg furthest on the right is like a straight line up their body. It's slightly different with the man because he's got a rounder belly, but the line is pretty much still right there. And I just feel like that gives the character some weight. And if you notice here, as I start drawing the legs in, making sure that that one there is directly underneath the other one, underneath the body, that I really focus on making those hips show that it's a woman and not a man. You know what I mean? I really focus on that silhouette shape, like that hourglass sort of figure to it. Just play around with that there. I'm sort of thinking like, do you remember the film The Incredibles? Like the mom from that, the shape of that, sort of what I'm thinking. Okay, so now I'm actually going to start doing the skin. I just like little areas over the character that just a consistency. So I've got like the head that I'll do now, and I'll start getting the skin done. I'll also do the arms, so I can sort of see where the sleeves are going to end in whatever clothing they're going to wear. I sort of get these things outlined first. I just think it helps me decide what actually stays as it is as the silhouette and what could be like drawn over, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just going to continue blocking out the skin on this. Make the neck a little bit darker because obviously some shadow's going to sit there. And yeah, just start with the hands and the arms. Just working it out. I really have a hard time doing hair. Same with like plants and stuff. I find non-uniform shapes quite difficult to do. But yeah, I'm just going to start blocking out the basic shape of what I want. I was thinking just like a ponytail sort of thing with, yeah, and then like a little scrunchie or a little hair tie in it or something. That was my thinking, try and make it look quite feminine. See, I have a hard time here, I just keep messing around, like adding a pixel, taking a pixel. But yeah, start with some highlights. And this is something I like to do with my highlights. I don't like consistent highlight because hair's not consistent. Like the hair will not be completely flat, so don't make the highlight completely flat. Start adding some shape to there. Cover the face a little bit. And I always do the sort of same face on platformer characters. I just have a sort of way I do it. It's very simple. It's literally 3 lines for the eyebrows and 2 for the eyes. Get a little pink hair tie in there. Get some shadow going on. It's just about going over it again and again just until you see what you like. I like this little bit of shadow. You haven't got to draw the mouth. If you can just draw like a shadow where the mouth would be, it implies that the face is sort of recessed, if you know what I mean, because the nose sticks out further than the mouth does, so that will sort of cast a shadow downwards, as with the cheekbones. I actually played around with this for quite a while, trying to work out where I want the mouth to be. I did want them to wear lipstick, but I didn't want it to be really noticeable. So I settled on quite like a soft pink in a minute. But now I'm going to start blocking out the clothing. And for some reason I decided that now I want both arms to be up and hands placed on hips. Just a little bit more feminine in the power stance that the man and the boy are doing, if you know what I mean. Like legs spread, arms spread. Yeah, to start working out where the skin's going, where shadow would lie. And now I'll move on to the dress. I know I wanted something like big and flowy, so I just created like this bell bottom thing, and then I'll smooth out the edges in a second. But yeah, I'll just get some shadowing in. I actually realised that the shadow was too dark in a minute, and so I lightened the whole thing, just so the shadow isn't so contrasting. Those lines are purely just to continue on the illusion of like creases in the dress, you know what I mean? You see here, that looks way too dark. Yeah. So yeah, I take the whole thing up a little bit, and just start drawing where the in-between of the darkest and the lightest colour. Just sort of make the shape of that. See, I'm smoothing out the edges as I go as well. I'm just trying to make it look like it's flowing more naturally. It's always important to try and keep your pixels like decreasing in an equal amount to create a smooth line. So 3, 2, 1 is a smoother change than 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, if you know what I mean. Or 3, 2, 3, 1. Just doesn't look good, it starts looking jaggedy. So yeah, I'll just start working on the shadows now on the arm and on the dress around the waist. I actually changed the colour of the dress at the very end, just because I realised I wanted something that looked a little bit more feminine and stood out from both the male and the son, who is also a male. But yeah, it's playing around. Just a pixel here, a pixel there. I apologise, there's quite a lot of zooming in and out at this point, but you have to keep checking to see if it looks alright. Yeah, just finish off the outline of the dress, and now I'll start adding some of the detailing. I saw this dress online that had flowers on it, and I was like a Victorian style dress, and I figured that's what I'm going to go for. I'll put some flowers on there, make it very feminine. And this is a thing that I like to do. You see where the darker parts of the dresses, like the crease in the dresses, right? Say the pink band that's going across. Where that crease is, I'll just add one darker pixel, right? And it makes it look like the dress sort of falls into the crease, if you know what I mean, around the band. Yeah, just get those two little bands. Start drawing some flowers on there in a minute. Getting the shadows finalised before I put the details onto the dress. The flowers are very simple. I actually change them from this in a minute and make them more like a diamond sort of shape, because I thought they gave them more depth, if you know what I mean, like more of an angle to the whole thing. It didn't look like, because those crosses look very straight on. There's no angle to them. whereas literally just adding a pixel in each corner seemed to change the shape of the dress completely. Yeah, I've actually animated this character already, so in the next video I'll be doing a step-by-step on how I animate. If that sounds like something you're into, then yeah, hit follow, subscribe, like it, and I'll keep uploading.